Ghana's elections 2016 campaigns are in full swing. Eardrums of electorates are being beaten with promises. Their hearts and minds have become targets for which politicians could possibly do anything. The NPP's Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has been touring regions in the northern part of the country, ably supported by his vice presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is also on lectures upon lectures on Ghana's economy. Vice President Kwesi Mr. Arthur has been in the western and northern regions. The PPP's presidential candidate, Papa Kwesi Indom, is in the central region, and so is President John Mahama, who has been making some promises. Now, one of his promises has raised, an interesting discussion on trend of campaign so far. I'm talking about 1 house, 1 meter. A promise he made in a part of the region called Abra. Now we'll be looking at the trend so far. Is there any substance in this trend at all as far as what we need as a country is concerned? My name is Gifty and Apia. This is Political Time here on ABN TV in the UK and across Europe. I have 2 strong men in the studio who have answers to all our questions, and they will be helping us do justice to the topic. So let me go ahead and introduce them. Mr. Kofi Kwatri is chairman for the NDC UK Ireland chapter. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I also have in the studio Mr. Edmond Setra, who is former assistant secretary for the NPP UK. You're welcome as well.
Thank you very much. And
I'm glad to have you in the studio. I believe that we will have answers, and hopefully at the end of the day, you would have convinced some people, to give you their votes. Now, 1 district, 1 factory, 1 village, 1 dam, and 1 million, 1 constituency has been the NPP's narrative so far. This week, we have heard your presidential candidate, President Mahama, speak about 1 meter, 1 house. Some people are worried that we are gradually condescending into a political comedy. Now, they are saying that we have serious issues that require attention, and that attention has to be quick. It has to be, out there, not the gimmicks that we seem to be playing, the political gimmicks that we seem to be playing. Yes, I'd like to take your view on that. Are we condescending into political comedy?
Well, some are doing so, exactly so, but not certainly not the president. I think I don't know why the media has, trying to blow out, this issue out of proportion. I think what the president said in Abra was not a campaign promise, was not an election promise. Actually, it was a specific issue that was raised by one of the opinion leaders, and it's always been metering of household has been a government policy that is ongoing anyway. So they raised that issue. The setup in Ghana, sometimes people rent compound houses. 1 house, a big house, accommodating maybe 3 or 4 families.
Right.
And sometimes they have only 1 meter, and then this was always a dispute about, the bills to pay, mind share of the bill and stuff like that. So I think one of the opinion leaders in Abra, raised that issue that, they have that issue. That is part of their problems in Abra. And the president said, there has been 1,500 meters allocated to that particular, locality to be distributed to everybody, every house or.
So 1 house, 1 meter.
It is not 1 house, 1 meter. It is individual households. You understand? It's always difficult but everybody understood what the president was talking about. Everybody knew, everybody who has that particular problem understood what the president was talking about, that every individual household will have their own separate meter from the main house. That is to do with the people who live in compound houses. So that was not a campaign promise.
So we're not going to see a trend where the NDC will be going 1 this, 1 that.
No.
I mean, we've already seen the jokes that have come up with the 1 this, 1 that being portrayed.
I think the president set the bar a bit higher with his campaign. He started from the State of the Nation address, and he says that evidence-based. The president.
Well, State of the Nation address is not supposed to be a campaign.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm saying to you that is where he started. You understand?
Yeah, I'm worried that your presidential candidates will be campaigning on my tax.
No, he's not going to. What I'm saying is that he set that particular tone at the State of the Nation address when he said evidence-based. And so our campaign.
Now, the whole 1 this, 1 that started with your party, even though both of you are still playing someone will say pilolo with us about your manifestos. The one, this one, that. Is this just a political gimmick? And you have seen how people have, joked about it and said one John Boydu, one position and all of that. Is this just a political gimmick?
Thank you very much, Gifty. And let me say one or two things before I address the question you put.
Go ahead.
My honorable friend Kofi has been untruthful to what he's saying, because President was campaigning and was campaigning platform that he made that promise. Look, Ghana, we have electricity problem. Even me, I've applied for a meter. Up to now, I have to pay 10 million.
10 million, that's 1,000 cedis.
Cedis for them to install. And it took me how many? That is Accra. That is Accra. And you are telling us that you are going to Abra and promising 1,500. I think government should be focused. Government should know what you're doing, because I think President Mahama, he has lost it, and that's the bottom line. He has lost it.
That's a generalization. If you say he has lost it, I mean,
it's not generalization.
Lost what?
He has lost the plot. He hasn't come with any concrete plan for the country, and therefore, when he finds himself wanting, this is some of the things he will do. It's not our brother has got.
There's nothing wrong with providing meters for houses.
No. That is not government
policy.
It's not government policy. Let me point out the great book they brought in. Where is in that they are going to give people 1 meter?
Well, you go to the ground, you hear the people's plight, and that is the solution you're providing.
If I'm President Mahama, I would have said to them that this is purely electricity company job, and therefore I'm going to tell the minister to be looking into what they will do for you. When you promise, it becomes, like you said, a gimmick. It becomes a joke.
A gimmick which people have said that the NPP has started. You go like
I'm coming
one,
back to that.
right?
I'm coming back to that. Yeah. So let me finish, please. This is a gimmick where a president who is desperate, who thinks that he's losing the election, will come up to say that. I think it's a joke, and people should not take President Mahama seriously. Let me come back to what you put to me.
Be wrapping up for me on that.
I'll finish with Kofi's assertion. Let me come back to what you put to me. Gifty, we are not in government. We are saying that this is what we will do when we voted this. Nobody can challenge us on that, because if you look at our track record, anytime we come and say that we will do NHIS or they cannot do it, that is the mantra. Okay? I myself, I have got 8 factories. If we come to government, I'm going to put it there.
You have got 8 factories on paper, you mean?
On paper, which I'm going to put out there. So Nana knows what he's talking about.
When you say so one of the things that people have criticized you about is that you throw it out there and you say one this, one that, but we don't know what's contained in the one this, one that, one dam, one whatever. What's contained in it? And that's why we're waiting for your manifesto.
Give us the pairs of Ghana, and then we will implement that.
Wow.
You cannot tell us that we haven't got a pairs, and therefore
Why you haven't got the pairs? That's why you should convince us.
We are convincing you that we will bring factory to every locality, district based, where we've seen that. Let me give you an example. A place like Akomanda.
Commander is sugarcane factory. Sugar factory, which we need sugarcane to power.
Sorry, Akomanda, where we produce tomatoes. They need something there. So if Nana is saying that in his vision, this is what he's going to do, he can do that. My hometown in Suta.
Okay, you should be wrapping up for me. I don't have a lot of time.
My hometown in Suta, if you come to agriculture, to potatoes, is one of the best in, apart from water region, one of the best in the country. Nobody have talked about it. We are going to make sure that we do something there, so that when we come on, the farmers who are there will be able to provide them, so that they create jobs for them. This is some of the vision Nana is talking about. And when people haven't got the vision, and when people cannot do it, they cannot say that we cannot do that. Because when, I quite remember President Kufuor time, where the oil is coming, I don't know, and it turned out to be red.
That's where I come in.
Reality.
You want reality. We'll see. We'll see about that. You've done about a minute and a half ahead of what your colleague did, and I'm going to have to give him that chance to respond to what you have said. And to address basically for me whether or not this one that is the way we should go. What is, what are the issues upon which you're campaigning, for which we should pay any serious attention to you all?
Thank you very much. I think that, one this, one that is a joke. What the MPP are promising is, to me, it's a joke. Because, you know what, he started with the secondary schools. When he went to when he went about and he saw the schools, some of the schools day schools that we're building, you know what the promise that he made? When he comes, he will build dormitories attached to them. That is why he said, one. Then he goes to the north, and then he promised that, he goes somewhere, I'm not sure where he said it. He promised one district, one factory. What is that supposed to address? What challenges in the country? What problems is one district, one...
if you listen to what they're saying, it's basically, what they're saying is that we take one district and we look at what they have, what raw material they have, and we invest into a factory that can take what they have and, and manufacture something out of it.
So if the district don't have raw material, what are you going to do there? Because I can guarantee you that there will be some district in Ghana don't have any raw materials at all.
Really?
What are you? Yes,
Wouldn't that be strange?
Yes, and it won't be strange. It won't be strange. And if you go to the industrialized countries where industries are placed, you get industrial towns where all the industries are there. You understand? It doesn't necessarily have to be every district. You understand what I'm saying? No. Even my small boy, when he came home and I asked him, if you want to do a factory, what do you do? And he talks about PPP or something like that, placement, something. He mentioned placement, placement, product, and pricing or something like that. So even him, year 8, he realized that you can't put factory anywhere. You understand? So, and he goes to the north and says, one dam, one village, one dam. What is that? What is all that about?
Well, we should probably wait for their manifesto, just as yours is delaying.
No, ours is not delaying. Ours is coming on the 14th of this month.
We'll look at. But the last time we remember, but the last time he gave us a date,
because.
But we're not looking into manifesto.
No. You see, our president, he has to involve the president. The president doesn't work only for the party. He works for the country as well. So we have to structure it around the president's availability.
Your final comment on
I think that it is the same way Nanado promised in 2012, promised free education, free HSS or something like that, and the media in Ghana let him loose. They didn't take him on, and then he came to sit on Hard Talk, and Stephen Saka exposed him. When they asked him about the costing, he didn't know. He couldn't tell the costing. It's the same thing. I think that the media should be asking critical questions when politicians come and deliver some of these promises.
I believe the media do ask critical questions.
Up to now, I don't see any media asking him any critical question about what he's promising. Nobody has asked him that question.
About what he's promising. We're waiting for both of your manifestos, but thank you very much for your wrap-up comment on that. I'll take your wrap-up comment on this as well. One that, is it all about political gimmicks? That's just a waste of time.
I think it's not true, Gifty. I think Nana is a man who has got vision. Nana is a man who is capable, and Nana is a leader who promised and will deliver. And I can tell Ghanaians today that they should give Nana the chance and let Nana prove to it himself. Because I tell you what, when they said that NHIS, my good friend Kofi said, they said that you cannot do it. They turned around to say that, we were going to implement that. But they bastard us that, it's not feasible, or it's in the Constitution 20 years. So why is it that you turn around within 2 years to say that we are going to do that? If it cannot be implemented, why did you say that? Nana is capable. Give MPP a chance and the MPP will do it. Because if you look at our track history, IA, NHIS, school feeding, etc., etc., we were able to do that.
It's not enough to say, give us your mandate and we'll do this. It's about what's contained, what's the substance of what you're promising us.
Gifty, we've been there before. NDC is capable of rubbishing everything. And when we come, and I know for sure that when our manifesto will come, they will try to rubbish it. But they will go around and turn around and say that, we want to do it. We have done it, A, B, C. We cannot take such a party seriously. Ask Ghanaians to take them out because they cannot rule Ghana as we say. The state is in tatters. And we cannot have confidence in a president who is not doing anything, but rather going around promising. And as you said, one household, one
meter.
I personally think that it is a joke.
Well, they're saying that it is not a campaign. It's not necessarily a
So
campaign.
where was the platform? What platform did he deliver?
Help us answer that. That was a campaign platform.
Well,
wasn't that?
You understand? Even though he's on a campaign trail, he's still also a president. You understand? He never. The president never said that when you vote me, when you retain me as president, I will give you 1 meter. This, you understand? He was addressing, and I'm telling you that the metering system is a government policy.
This electricity system that we are talking about, I always say that for Ghana to progress in terms of electricity, one, government have to take a bold decision, and government have to break down electricity to private and government. It's as simple as that. We live in this country, you got electricity, about 4 or 5 companies that are actually selling electricity. And therefore, if there's efficiency, we will have money and electricity will be okay for us.
Thank you.
Edmond Sechere, somebody on the street can go and tell Mr. Mahama and his government how to do electricity.
I see. We'll tell the government how to do electricity. Well, you've heard them. Whether or not we're condescending into a political comedy, it seems to me they don't agree. But let me know what you think as well. You can go on our YouTube page and drop your comments there on this video that will be there. You're still here with me, Gifty and Opia. The show is Political Time. I'm in the studio with Mr. Kofi Kwache, Chairman for the NDC UK Ireland Chapter, and Mr. Edmond Sechere, former Assistant Secretary for the NPP UK. We'll be right back to